You can get GitHub Copilot for free, and we're gonna try that out in this video. So as you can see here, GitHub or Microsoft has actually announced that there's a free tier for GitHub Copilot, and this week, not this week, this news came out like a couple of weeks back. So let's go ahead and try it. So here you can see there is a preview of that. So here you can see that there's GitHub Copilot and there's a link to install it. And I think we can go ahead and directly install it from inside of VSCode, right? Which is the easier and more obvious thing to do. And here I do have a sample project running, and let me go ahead and search for Copilot. So here you can see that GitHub Copilot, your AI pair programmer, and I'm gonna go ahead and click install. I don't think there's much of any free version thing that is mentioned, but we'll go ahead and see what are the free version features that GitHub is offering, or Microsoft is offering in the free tier of GitHub Copilot, right? Because obviously Microsoft want to keep up with all the you know AI code editors out there, Cursor, and everything. So yeah, let's see. So here, yep, so it says sign to GitHub. So with my email address, I'm gonna go ahead and sign to GitHub with the 2FA with my phone. If you have the GitHub app, you can easily configure 2FA for GitHub, and I suggest you do, because there are a lot of GitHub hackers out there and you don't want to get into any of that. So here, let me go ahead and authorize VS Code and open Visual Studio Code. So here, I think now GitHub Copilot is able to be up and running, and let me see how I can test that, right? So here it says restart your VS Code editor, which I said go ahead and do it. Go ahead and restart the VS Code editor for me, not an issue. And let me see how is it able to be restarted. Okay, not this one. Yep. So here I can see that there are some VS Code updates as well, which we do not want to get into, which is including something related to GitHub Copilot. Okay. Let me close this. And here it's saying a bunch of stuff, mostly documentation on what are the changes. And let me go ahead and select this piece of code. Right click and see the Copilot menu and click on explain. So what it's basically doing is, so let's see, yep. As you can see, there is a right hand side of, let me just go ahead and minimize this so that you guys can see it quite clearly. So on the right hand side, there is a new window that opened. So I mean, previous users of GitHub Copilot will know this. This will be familiar for them. This video is for people who want to try out GitHub Copilot for the first time, which I am doing right now, because I usually don't have an AI inside of my code editor. I usually use ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude or whatever. So on the right hand side, so let me just go ahead and prompt it. So here you have two models, GPT 3.5 and GPT 4.0, and yeah. So when I prompt it, it's giving me all this data inside of my editor, right? So I can directly use this instead of, I have the code on the left side, the AI giving me the answers on the right side, which is really good, really a very productive way of doing things, but obviously, it has its limits. So here I can actually point to whom I am asking this. So if I click at terminal, so how do I run it? So it says it's not quite sure how to do that. So I'm not sure. I'll get into that later, maybe in another video, how I can talk to the terminal, which I'm sure this can be done, because this has like the entire, the context of my local development environment, the code, the repository that is currently opened in my VS Code, the folders, the files, So, I mean, this is just a preview of what Copilot free version can do, right? So it has some limitations. I'll get into that in just a bit on how much is being offered in the free tier. So how do you make a UI for this, right? So basically, this is the backend code for a AI resume analyzer. And I'm just asking the Copilot, what is the UI? How can it be done? So it's giving me, so to create a UI for your analyze resume function, blah, blah, blah. It's saying install Flask, and it is actually telling me how to create HTML templates. So that is actually amazing. And I can directly use this code instead of, create a new file, Control N, and then, you can I can just do that. So here you can see what is offered. So in the free tier, 2000 intelligent code completions a month. So that is only offered in the Copilot. So 50 Copilot chat messages a month. So you cannot ask more than 50. So if you want to ask more than 50, you have to upgrade to maybe, I think, $20 a month or so, right? That is the, yeah. So here you can see Claude 3.5 and ChatGPT 4o. These are the two available models in the free version, right? Which is, I mean, this is, I mean, it's not a big deal, but at least it's giving you 2000 intelligent code completions a month. So it is useful. You already have ChatGPT in the browser and Gemini as well as this AI inside of your editor, right? Which is very generous, I would say. 2000 code completions a month, 50 chat messages. To get things done, I think this is pretty good. And if you are a team, you can have this extension installed in in everyone's local development environment, which can give you like 50 into, like, if you have a team of 6 people, you'll get like 300 chat messages a month or 12,000 intelligent code completions a month, right? So here you can have all the everything is here. And yeah, this is what is in the scope of this video. And if you want to see more of such tech content, please subscribe to my channel, which will help me out a lot. And thanks for watching. Peace.